Hi, AP Research students. The latest update is an update for the entire school, really. You may have seen this posted on Schoology. It was a schedule that was created this week by a collaboration between the administration and the faculty in order to set times and sort of schedule the work that you're doing at home. Everything is homework now. And so the idea of maybe scheduling some time for people to do their homework and essentially their classwork, because it's all the same thing now, might be a good idea for people who don't automatically compartmentalize their schedule in order to be more productive. So the schedule that you see here on Mondays and Thursdays will have our class quote unquote meet between 2:30 and 4. And essentially what that means is between 2:30 and 4, if you could just do some stuff for our class and for your project, that would be great. I am not going to have all of us meet together on a Zoom at the same time and go over things, because I know that a lot of your teachers are pretty strict on what they've been giving you, and they've got a lot of expectations for you. And this project for AP Research is already big enough as it is. What I would like to start breaking down some of the AP Research videos, official videos, and they just posted 2 new ones, which I still haven't seen, but I've watched the rest. And so what I'm going to do is each one of our class meetings, I'm going to post a separate discussion link in our course materials for AP Research for each one of these videos. And if in the hour and a half time frame that they've given for our class to meet, if you could please watch one 20 to 30 minute video that's related to the project that you're working on. And I want to start us off with the very first one, which is what to do if your research was interrupted. And for so many of the students working throughout the nation, throughout the world on this project, their research was interrupted. And I know that was the case for some of our students in class. So I'll set up a discussion on Schoology. I'll have this link so that you can go directly to it, even though I've linked this entire playlist to you before. That way you can, in that discussion thread, ask any questions. I'll tell you that we haven't really had very much participation in terms of people checking out what's happening for our class. We had 5 likes. Let me throw some shout outs here. Alexis always watches. Christina, Eva, Noah, Tedme, thank you all for attending to this. Of the 5 that liked, only 3 voted. We should have 11 votes. Let's see here. I've got the link to this playlist. And this was the little video update that I made, that despite 5 people liking it, it only had 2 views on YouTube according to their analytics. So I hope you all get a chance to watch them. And let's see. I'll have this up tonight, and it will be for what you'll do tomorrow. In the time that it takes you to watch one of these videos, and the first one is 21 minutes, you've got an hour and a half. So maybe in that time, you could watch the video and write your prep blog for the week. Of the 11 students in the class, I've been getting 3 or 4 preps each week, and I realize that you're bogged down with a lot of stuff that's happening in the world and in your other classes and things of that nature, and it's really hard for us to disconnect to all of the noise around us on the television, online, and whatnot. And we really need to have breaks where we can just, dive into a movie, a TV series, a video game, a book, or whatever it is to kind of escape it. And we should. I think it's important for us to budget that kind of time into our lives to maintain balance. But it's April 15th. Your paper is due May 26th. You've got a month and 11 days before you hit submit on your paper. And if in that month and 11 days we can watch these 10 videos and discuss them as a class, you can post things, you can watch them at your leisure as often as you'd like. They're going to stay up the whole time. It's kind of like a AP Netflix sort of setup that they've got. But please take some time to check these out and continue to revise your paper. As we get closer, I'll post some screenshots of key things that when I saw them, I thought was worth noting. And I have some screenshots from the stuff that hasn't been on any of them, on any of these videos so far, but that had screenshot from the AP training things that we were doing before we left school on March 13th. If you have any questions, as usual, please let me know. Also, please hit the like button so that I know that you saw this. I hope you're all well as can be. And, I should also mention, the superintendent said, we're out until fall semester. So as much as, all of us would like to be back at school and back to normal, and I think we appreciate our normalcy, and by normal, I mean, just the things that we took for granted before, being able to go to school, being able to see each other, being able to hang out with friends, with their colleagues, eat together, spend time together, and not think about the stuff that we're all thinking about now. Class continues. School continues. Your project continues. You're still going to get credit for this from College Board. We're working on a plan, and when I say we, it's the whole school. Everybody's putting their heads together trying to find out some way to recognize you all, class of 2020, to set up some kind of graduation, set up some kind of an event for you. We're still trying to figure out what we're allowed to do in order to recognize you, and it's something that no other classes had to deal with before like this, not just at our school, but at every school. 1.5 billion students across the world are at home, I read yesterday. So we're all literally in this together, and it affects you all in a way that it hadn't affected any class before. Nothing can make up for it or replace it, but we're trying to do something at Bravo to recognize you. It may not be what all of you would like, but if you have any suggestions, post them. The administration is reading your stuff if you post it. And if you have some ideas, if you have some thoughts, if you have some comments, please feel that you've got a voice in what's happening in our school. This is completely new territory, and no one can say that they know what they're doing because we've never had to do any of this stuff before. When we've had emergency drills, it's been for a fire or for an earthquake or for an active shooter. We've never had the kind of drill where we evacuated the entire state and headed home. So this is all brand new. If you have any comments or questions that you want answered or addressed, not about necessarily my class, but about your school, please ask. Please communicate with us. Let us know what you would like to have happen, and we'll see if it's within our power. I'm sure Dr. Lopez would appreciate hearing what some students are thinking about as potential supplements to what was planned for the rest of the year. All right. I hope you're well. Please let me know if you have any questions about art class, and please let the school know if you have any questions or comments or concerns about the school as a whole or this schedule as a whole. Lots of teachers had concerns about how this schedule was set up. Personally, I would have liked the whole office hours thing to be in the middle of the week, so that way we had 2 days of school, 1 day of office hours, 2 days of school, but I'm one person. Though there were other people who had that same thought. This is what we ended up going with. They went with Tuesdays because that was where we had short Tuesdays for meetings. Anyway, if you've lasted to the 10-minute and 50-second mark of this video, thank you. I hope you stay safe, you stay healthy, and you stay creative. Take care.